pilot on duty. Look at him. And these trees look absolutely stunning, actually. They're really, really good. Hello Flight Sim fans, welcome back to the Practically Geek channel. In this video I'm going to be showing you a little tiny payware airport by Creative Mesh, and it's available on the official marketplace. It's also available on the Aerosoft website and the Sim marketplace. It's currently around midday, that's closer to 1 PM here in Idaho, in central Idaho in the US of A. And we're at Johnson Creek Airport, this grass strip which looks absolutely amazing. The scenery around it in the Rocky Mountains looks absolutely amazing. Before we go into the payware scenery, I'd like to look around the airport as it stands in the simulator, so the default scenery, and just take you through a few little points and show you what to expect when you install the payware scenery. So Johnson Creek has a turf runway and it stretches for 1,036 meters. It is frequently mowed and kept by the caretaker, and it's a really nice place to fly in and out of. There's not much to this airport, or airfield if you like. It's as I say, it's a grass strip. It's quite a wide grass strip. There's a few autogen buildings with bits of concrete around them, and some autogen trees as well. Apart from that, you're not getting much of the default scenery. You've got some runway markings and a couple of small tiny houses just on the surrounding edge of the runway there. We do have this lovely creek. Obviously it's called Johnson Creek for a reason, but we do have this lovely river. But let's waste no more time and head into the payware scenery and see what it looks like when it's installed. So we're now back on the ground at Johnson Creek, ready to look at the payware from Creative Mesh, and there's nothing much to see apart from, if we cycle to the left here, we can see that the creators have done some really nice work on the runway itself with some cones, so you can see, obviously, because obviously the runway is a grass strip, it's not going to have so many markings or obviously edges to it. So the creators have done this really great job of putting these cones and markers in, as well as these little bit of detailing of rocks around the side of the airport to make it look like the real one. If we head down to the far end here, you'll see some extra bit of detailing from the end of the runway with more rock areas and a windsock as well. And the windsock actually moves as well. There's some great detailing here. Looks really stunning, actually, the way they've implemented the rocks and the grass, and these little signposts here. All these little signs and markings are all brand new. They weren't here before. Heading up and over, we're going to take a look at the main area of this payware airport. So you can see there's static aircraft to make it a bit more lively here, and if you look down now, we've got the proper real life airport itself. With, look at that, that's a first time we've seen a moving flag, or it's the first time I've seen a moving flag in the scenery, and that looks really great. They've also added these trees as well, which aren't the autogen trees. They're actually being put in by the guys at Creative Mesh, and they look stunning. So do to the this memorial type seats made out of logs. That looks really great. the hut here with the campfire and more trees. You can also see this map as well of the Rocky Mountains and the toilet area. No fireworks, yep. That's some good advice. And the buildings themselves look really, really good. There's different materials, the metals for the gutters and the doors, and the paneling on this building here as well looks amazing. We've got a static Jeep there as well, and a couple of other cars. A dumpster and a bin here as well. And this lovely little area where the campers can go and set up a fire and have a barbecue maybe. That looks great. And there's some others as well through here, and they've included all that as well. For such a small airfield, it's really well detailed. We've also got this guy here, pilot on duty. Look at him. And these trees look absolutely stunning actually, they're really, really good. Look at that. Looks really, really good. We've also got a tent here for the campers as well. And then moving along the track here, the gravel pathway, we've got some more cabins and toilets, and we've also got these lovely included tents and benches as well. There's some more huts and shed areas as well, probably to store different things like firewood, and I know the caretaker takes a really good care of this grass strip as well for Johnson Creek in real life. See if we can see anything down here. They've added in more trees along here as well, and they keep on adding the benches and different fire pits as well. Down the end of the runway we can see there's more stones, rocks for detailing, and we do have a perimeter fence, guys. You know I do like me perimeter fences, but this is kind of like a wire fence, and it looks really, really good actually. Really highly detailed, especially when you get in as well. Look at that. Yeah, the perimeter fence seems to just stop there abruptly, but it's cool. It really does add to the effect, especially if you're on approach. These wood fencing along here as well looks like they've been added in too. As it stood before, it was just two autogen buildings and a bit of open concrete, but now look at that. Look how the sun comes through those trees. So I will show you what the night lighting looks like, but obviously with the lack of buildings and no runway lights, I'd imagine you're not going to see much in the way of strong detailing from the night lighting. But even so, we'll take a look and see what it looks like. It's now around 1 AM here at Johnson Creek, and the night lighting obviously isn't overwhelming. There's a single light on the bigger building here in front of the static aircraft. But it still looks absolutely stunning. As well as, oh, look at this. It looks like one of the campfires glows up, and it does give a glowing effect as well. That's really cool, that's so good. And we also have a light inside the dining area there where the sink and the bin is, so that does look good. And in fact, if we just jump down here, that really looks so cool. I mean, you can't see much, but we are in the dead of night. Let's jump up. We've got some single lights from the exterior buildings, but in terms of night lighting for this one, it's just two basic lights, and the campfire is a really good touch. I do like that. So let's end by just looking at this airfield from above and see what it looks like. The shadows and the lighting in this simulator are absolutely incredible, as we already know. So, and just with those custom trees as well, it looks so good, this airport. Or airfield, airstrip. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and consider subscribing to the Practically Geek channel. I have loads more flight simulator videos available on my channel, including more payware and freeware reviews. I also do flight tours of different locations from around the world. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you again very, very soon.